Right, welcome back to MD Model Works. Now, as you can see, we've got most of our wheels, well, all of our wheels painted, apart from this little bit I've just seen. So we'll do that while we've got the chance. Just touch that up, that'll dry nicely. What I'm going to do now, just showing you how I'm going to put the glazing, because I didn't use the glazing parts that actually came with the kit. So what we're actually going to do is use this, which is Microscale Industries Micro Crystal Clear. Crystal Clear. Just turn that off for a minute. You can use any PVA glue, providing you test it and it dries clear. I know, and I've used this many times, that this dries perfectly clear. So all we're going to do, we're going to use it straight out of the bottle. Right, get a cocktail stick, excuse my head, and we're just going to get a nice clump of glue onto our cocktail stick, and then what we're going to do is just touch it in until it sticks on, just like that. Now that will dry and become perfectly clear as a bit of glazing, and it will shrink back a little bit. And the same on that one. Take a little bit of glue off my fingers. This is a great way of doing the windows on larger aircraft or anything. I mean, anything much bigger than this and you're going to struggle. So I tend to not go any bigger than this, but Lancasters, Fortresses, anything where there's glazing that you'd normally put on the inside and have to mask up, which is a nightmare. This is a much quicker way of doing it. And you have to make sure it goes on fairly thick. And that one's, because it wasn't quite thick enough, has come away, but there you go. Right, so that can now, don't know how well you can see that on the camera. I'll bring you in. There you go. You can see that on there. That will dry up now, dry up crystal clear, and we'll have our glazing. Okay, right. Just did that quick bit of work showing you how to put the glaze in the turret. Hopefully you can just about see one or two of those are drying already and go on crystal clear. We're now gonna excuse me, I'll start that again. I've already done one side of the wheels and the tracks. We're getting there. We just need to get those to lay down flat, which we'll do shortly. So quite happy with that, and it's coming together. But what I'm going to do now is do the other side on video, so that you can see what we're really up to. Let's take you up. Got a bit off there. I'll have to glue that back on again. Me and my clumsy fingers, but never mind. Right, so first thing that I'm going to do, get these pesky little bits, because I found those the most difficult on the other side. Now these go above the trucks, which in hindsight, putting the trucks on first was not the best plan. So we just got to get up there. In fact, if I remember correctly, I didn't glue the tops on. Nope, I didn't. That's a bonus. Forgot about this when I did the other side. This back end lifts. Being a little bit careful of what we're doing. And then that comes out like that. That'll make life a bit easier for me. So we can just clip these in and they'll be held in by the trucks. Oop. Come on, booty. There you go, you heard it click. And then our middle one to go in. This kit, although this is a fantastic kit, it's no way changed my mind about armour. Probably because it's been such a long while coming along to get anything done with this kit, but hey ho. So excuse me, we'll put those bits in last. Actually, we now have our main wheel sets. And they go on. Now the best way I found to do these is just to get the glue with the least, or the pot with the least glue in it, and just put some into our holes and then set them in like so. They're a good fit, so they should be lined up nicely, but just make sure on your the way you line them up. Super job. Right, next one, or next two in. Okay. Looks like the carpet monster's been in here, but hey ho. 1, 2, 3. So we'll just get these, turn these all the other way up. There's one of our other ones. It's that one, and now we're just short of one, which I'm sure is here, but we'll keep looking. But anyway, we'll do these. Put a little bit of glue in each of those. Oops, push our last one in nicely. Get our glue, a little bit in each of the holes. Oops, hope you're able to see this. Let's bring it in a little bit. That's it. And then, oops, wrong one. Let's say, line them all up so that they're sitting exactly where you want them, and they look pretty good to me. They're a bit loose as yet, so we'll get our other piece here, and quite a bit of glue on the inside of this because there's already paint there, and close it up like so. This one of the drive wheels on this side. As you can see, these are very loose and they do fall off, but we'll sort that in a moment because we've got to do something with that. Right, and then 1, 2 on. So that's our wheels on and looking fairly good. Get a bit better light onto this if I can. That's better, I think. Our wheels are on and ready to rumble. So just get you focused in just that little bit better. If I can find the focus button. There you go. Right, so then obviously the next slide is the tracks on the other side. Now although these look very shiny at the moment, they won't very shortly. They'll be pigment all over them, making them look dirty, basically horrible. So being careful on where the join is. The first thing you're going to need to do, clean up any sink marks, because these will stop a good join. That side's fine. So what I'm going to do is lay our tracks on, okay, and then we'll wrap our tracks around the wheels and just check that everything lines up and it goes together well. In fact, I'll take that off to begin with. I should have checked these before I put them together. Yeah, they go in there lovely. So we'll put those on. I'll bring in our tracks so they look okay. Now, even though they're styrene and very soft plastic, I'm going to use super glue because it will help to hold it. And there'll be a reason for using that super glue again very shortly. So just make sure we've got it all correct, everything in place. I'm getting super glued up, which is fine. Right, that's in, but what I'm going to do is put a clamp on it to make sure that that clamps down nice and tight. And it actually squeezes it together like so. So while that side is drying, we're just gonna put our run axles back in. And let get them in. With the top on, these won't come out, but we're now going to stop them moving anyway. And move the weight across if you like. Just having a quick look. So we just want, first of all, I'm going to make what we call a super glue palette up. Bit of frog tape laid down. What did I do with my glue? There it is. I've run out of Gorilla Glue and I'm going to need to get some at some point. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to put some slack or some weight into these areas so the tracks actually look like they've got some weight to it, and bend them down a bit, just like that. Doesn't take much, but it's well worth doing. A little bit in there. That's all that requires, to be truthful. Now this side will be glued. And it's looking nice. Replace our wheel again. Not quite right. That will be. And look at our stick again. And just a little bit of glue on the wheels to take some weight, just like that. There we go. And that's as easy as it gets, really. So now what we can do is we'll add our body. So now sits up there, and check everything at the back. As you can hear, it's always a nice click with Tamiya. Makes you feel a little bit more reassured, and it all clips in nicely. Okay, so our little Sherman has got the decals on and is looking as good as I wanted, and I'm happy with her. All I'm going to do now, I'm going to use a bit of Flory's wash, which is going to be grime and a bit of sand to begin with. Now, this stuff is quite thick, so we're going to turn the compressor up a little bit, and we're just going to blast some on, just to give that little bit of sandy look to her. She won't be too bad because this is a brand new one, which I'll explain shortly a bit more. So I'm not into weathering tanks very much, to be truthful, so I'm going to do it the easy way. And that's all I'm going to do with the sand. As I said, this is going to be a new tank. So I've just got to blast that through, get rid of that one, and then we come in for the last of what I'm going to do to this one, which is going to be our grime. Blow it through, and we'll just give it a complete coat over, just to take the edge of it all, and then take a little bit of the shine off the paint without having to put a satin coat on. Just so it sticks, and hopefully we'll be happy with the end product. Right, so thanks for watching this video all the way through, if you have done. I know some of you do, but this will be the last part. So at the end of this, I'll take some photographs when this is dried up, and there'll be some photographs that'll come on the end, and also tell you why we built this. Reasons will become clearer, hopefully. And you'll see why I've actually built a tank, which is well out of my normal zone of doing things. We'll clean the airbrush up. So all I'll say for now is thanks for watching, and as I said, photos will be up later this evening. Cheers, bye bye. Okay, well, thanks for watching the build of EZ8. Very, very good build. It's the second time I've built that kit. Loved it. It sits there, it's drying off, and it'll be ready hopefully for some photographs in about an hour or two. Now, there was a reason for building this. When we went to the Scottish Nationals, myself and Rob met up with Fred Foote, another YouTube builder, and he does a little bit with us for Alclad. We were looking through and had a good look around the models that were there, and something that stuck out to us was the tanks and this little bugger, wherever it is. Hang on, unprepared as usual. This. Now, what we're going to do, this is going to go be built for Telford, along with that Sherman I've just got, which is going to be on the back. Hence is why I didn't weather it very heavily. I only done some basically dirtying it up, that's all I've done. this is a very good but expensive, or quite expensive kit. So hopefully this will be done and ready for Telford. It's massive. Where are we? There's the trailer section of it, which I think is about 14 inches, 15 inches long. There's loads of stuff with it, loads of plastic. We'll get on, we'll build that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video build of that, because to be truthful, I don't know how well it's going to go together. I've never built it, no idea. We could do a warts and all build, we'll have to see. But anyway, this is not going on the bench next. I've just done a piece of armour, which is something that I don't do. It's not one of my fortes. As I said many times on these set of videos, I know very, very little about armour. But hey ho. But on the bench next, and I probably will do a video. I'll probably do a review first tonight, and then I will probably crack on and do a full video build of this 1/32 Messerschmitt 262, or the Schwalbe. Personally, it's one of my favourite fighters from the Second World War. Next to the Spitfire, it's probably one of the prettiest and brilliant at what it was designed to do. Now, the thing is with this one, I've got all the colours from Alclad and everything else. Again, I know very little about the aircraft, so I'm going to do some research on this one first. But this will definitely be the next one up on the bench, as they say. And then we'll do this, and then we'll do the tractor unit. So, yep. Anyway, photographs to follow. Hope you enjoy them, and thanks for watching the video and the likes, and for subscribing. Thank you very much. Bye bye.